So my name's Nick, I'm the executive producer of Dead Puppet Society. We've been around for about 7 years now, and we started the company out of the Queensland University of Technology. We were all doing the drama course there, and I guess we started it in a response to what we thought as a lack of visual theatre and puppet-based theatre for adult audiences in Queensland and Australia as a whole. And today we're on set for The Wider Earth, which is a new production in co-production with the Queensland Theatre Company. It's a visual theatre production which reimagines Charles Darwin's voyage on the HMS Beagle. It came about because they were very interested in commissioning a large-scale visual theatre production, something quite unusual and different for the company. And so we have been developing this project for about 3 years now. Dead Puppet Society started the development process over in Brooklyn in New York, and we did an 8-month residency program with St. Anne's Warehouse over there. That process was really about developing the initial form and kind of concept for the piece. QTC actually flew over to New York, saw that production and commissioned the full script from there. So David Morton, who's the writer of the production, then spent about 8 months writing the script. They then commissioned the full production, and we went into partnership to create the show. It was about 7 months to design all the puppets, another 4 to construct them, and we've been in rehearsal now for 4 weeks, and we work with both David, the director, and Anna Straker, who's the puppet captain on the piece, to teach the actors to use the puppet. So we work with actors who have quite a lot of movement experience.
I'm Anna Straker. I'm the puppet captain and scenic artist of Dead Puppet Society and in this wonderful production of The Wider Earth. And during the production I am performing in it as well as coaching the actors in how to move these beautiful puppets around with the help of Helen Stevens, of course. I got into puppetry completely by accident and totally by luck as well. Mr. David Morton Paine saw me perform in my first year of uni at the Creative Industries Drama degree, and he asked me to be part of his honours production called The Timely Death of Victor Blott. And that's when I discovered that he actually wanted me to be a puppeteer rather than a performer, which was a bit of a surprise, but a fantastic experience, because then that performance went on to a show at Metro Arts, which then allowed us to go to a show to do some performances at La Boîte, and now we're performing in New York City and here at the State Theatre Company. It is wonderful teaching actors how to do puppetry, because I find it's just another level of performance, of acting. You do learn how to move your body around and how to perform to the best of your capability in your body, whereas puppetry, you need to be able to transfer all of that into an inanimate object or something like this little guy who's completely wooden. So yeah, we need to be able to get them into that mindset of that these guys are the stars of the show, not necessarily the person holding it. But in turn, if these guys look amazing, then people find you amazing too.
My name is Thomas Larkin, and I play the role of John Wickham, who's a lieutenant on the HMS Beagle, along with a whole suite of puppets. I've done a tiny bit of puppetry before, but nothing quite like this. So it's been a real learning curve. A lot of puppets are designed from laser-cut plywood, and then have been with bits and pieces of wire that are attached to various joints and fins or beaks or to create the motion and whatnot. So they're actually really intricate and quite beautiful, and some are quite delicate. So there's a lot of motor skills and a fair bit of dexterity that's needed to bring them to life. I think the important thing was that the boys, David and Nick, really wanted us to get our hands on the puppets as soon as possible, because they really, with a show like this where there's a number of different puppets and therefore a number of different personalities to discover, you need that time to slowly learn how the puppet walks, how the puppet flies, how it breathes, all those different things. So no, we were on the puppets well and truly within the first week. Yeah. Well, you know, in a lot of ways, beyond certain puppet rules to do with gravity and breath and points of focus, a lot of the process about approaching a puppet and bringing it to life is very similar to approaching a character, as any actor would do. So sort of looking at how this animal thinks, what's important to it, where's it going, how did it get there? All those very basic acting questions are actually super relevant to bringing it to life. You're just dealing with different modes of being. So it was really interesting. You know, quite often an actor not always, but sometimes actors use animals to try to find their human character. Then in a lot of ways what was useful is actually working in reverse. So, what sort of human characteristics do we find in certain animals or certain puppets, and therefore bringing those human characteristics to the puppet really helps.
I'm a method actor.
Yeah, no, look, it's incredible. In the show, there's tiny puppets, no bigger than a few inches, all the way through to, without giving anything away, very large puppets, bigger than 2 or 3 people put together. But there's so many different elements in this that are going to come together to create a really exciting show, from the AV through to the soundtrack that Leo has created, to the puppets, to the actors. It's going to be a pretty visual explosion, and I think it's going to be very exciting. So, I think we're all just very excited to share this.